Hi there. Hello. Welcome to week number 5, I think, is what we're on. My name is Jenny with My Body Can Breathe with an E on the end. And we are in the middle of our course on 7 reasons we struggle with eating healthy and what to do instead. I welcome you back. I liked my backdrop so much last week being outside, I thought I would come back and do it again. So hopefully the birds are pretty and there's nobody making a lot of noise out there and you can hear me just fine. I want to jump right into this next tip because I want to keep this video shorter for you guys. I tend to talk a lot, I have a lot to say, but I also want to respect your time. So this next one is that you might be constantly wishing you had more energy. And this one is quite pervasive. I feel like in our culture, if we don't have enough time, then if it's not that we don't have enough time, it's that we don't have enough energy. We're always tired. We're always trying to figure out how we can get more energy. And I feel like we tend to either use food or blame food first when we're trying to figure out where that energy deficit is coming from. So we look at maybe we start drinking more coffee, more sodas, more energy drinks, which I tell you, my friend, is just going to stimulate that stress response that we've talked about even more so, 10, 20 fold over what it already is. So drinking all those drinks is not the answer. I am definitely not advocating that you quit them cold turkey. In fact, I definitely suggest that you don't, because this is another reason for fatigue. If you're used to drinking even 1 cup of coffee a day, but 3 to 5 cups of coffee a day, maybe some energy drinks in the afternoon or a Snickers bar or something to get you by, and all of a sudden you quit it and you eliminate it entirely, the bottom drops out, right? This is awful. Then you feel deprived. You're probably going to be hungry and tired and just plain pissed. So there's no reason to go just, cutting things out of your, weed whacking things out of your diet willy-nilly because you feel like they are inhibiting your health. Also, if we cut things out and do elimination diets and things like that in a way to start gaining more energy, it works backwards for us, right? It's counterintuitive. So instead of blaming food or trying to use food to get your energy back, what I'm going to do is take us on kind of a different route. What I want to encourage you to do is make some time for yourself here this week. I know, here we go. It's just like the journaling, like you don't have enough time to journal, and now I'm telling you to do some self-care stuff, right? There are some very practical things that you can do to help yourself feel more energetic before you start worrying about healthy food. Because when you're not feeling very energetic, when you're fatigued and tired, again, you're not making good decisions. You're making split-second decisions, instant gratification type decisions, and you're not serving yourself when you're tired and fatigued and frustrated and deprived, and the list goes on and on. So you need to get yourself in a state of balance and a state of energy before you start making decisions about food, because then you can make good, creative, healthy decisions, right? So how do we get energy if we're not going to change the way that we eat yet? First and foremost, I want you to give your brain some space. Now this kind of goes hand in hand with the breathing that we talked about in episode 1. So take that breathing and let's revisit it when you're breathing or while you're breathing, because I assume that you're still practicing your breathing. I want you to actually quiet your brain along with that breathing. So I want you to focus on your breathing. If you need to count in and out up to 10 and then just start over again, please do so. If you need to focus on your big toe, do so. If you need to focus on the air going in and out of your nostrils, do so. Whatever it is that you're going to focus on, keep that focus. Try not to have all the stuff in your head going on, right? All the, I have to do this, what happened with that, oh my gosh, I need to do this, right? Try and quiet those voices. It's going to take practice, okay? This is something that we're not used to. So when you start getting that, because you will, when you try and quiet your brain, you're going to have all this stuff like coming in at you. And I want you to recognize it and say hello, um, hi, thank you for thinking of this thing, brain, and bye-bye, and then wave it goodbye. If you need to, in your mind's eye, think of it floating down the stream, right? It's gone. And then more stuff is going to come at you, and then you're going to do the same thing. Until over time, and I'm talking like months of time, you're going to be really, really good at just focusing on your breath. And you're going to teach your brain and you're going to teach yourself that you don't have to think about all of this stuff. Now, this kind of has its roots in last week's with or the weeks before with all the stress and everything, right? And taking yourself out of that stress response. But the thing that it's going to do now is it's going to start giving you more energy because you're not going to be bogged down thinking about all this stuff in your head all the time. You're going to give yourself space, and in this space is where energy is born. Okay, so give yourself some space. Secondly, sleep. Obviously, if you sleep more, you're going to have more energy. That's how we were made. That's how we were designed. And so many people have problems with sleep. It was the number one thing that people came in for to the Optimum Wellness department when I worked there. They could not sleep. They either were able to fall asleep, but then they would wake up at night, or they couldn't sleep in the first place, like total insomnia. So that's a whole like huge topic. But basically, I'm going to just breeze over it here. During the day, you have serotonin, right? And that's like your happy, calm, like we're alive and awake, and it's daytime hormone. And then you have melatonin, which is like your sleepy nighttime hormone. And when the sun starts going down, serotonin also starts going down. And, you know, in caveman days, there was nothing artificial to prevent melatonin from coming in then and helping you fall asleep, because there was a fire maybe or something, a gas lamp. But nowadays, right, we have all of the backlit devices, and we have all of the TVs and technology, and it's crazy. And so all of that light, that blue light, totally affects our melatonin levels. So we have our serotonin dropping and our melatonin does not kick in. And so we're at this place where there's no melatonin or serotonin, and we're just like antsy in the evenings. And we're like, what is going on? I need something. I don't know what I need, but I'm really, really anxious. And a lot of us go to the fridge, right, because we want to fill that need, that void. And without melatonin, we can't fall asleep. So then we eat a huge meal, perhaps, or a big sugary snack of some kind, and it's just sitting in our gut, and it's giving us like this surge of energy. And then without the melatonin, it's like a double whammy, and we're just lying there in bed, our body is all out of whack, trying to digest things, our liver's not working properly, we don't have the right hormones on the rise, like everything is kind of a mess. And then throughout the night we're trying to digest, and so we're waking up and maybe, you know, having to go to the bathroom, and all these things are going on, and we wake up feeling completely unrested, and then the whole day begins, and it's just another day, and it's really tough to keep going. So that's a problem. Secondly, we are exercising way too hard, like crazy, all right? We think like we have to go and run and lift weights and just really stress our bodies out on exercise, because that's what we've been told. And so not only are we tired, but we think that if we can drag ourselves to the gym, then maybe, just maybe, we can, get the adrenaline moving through our system just enough to pick us up out of the slump. Problem is that it's more of a stress response again, and now we have cortisol and insulin, and then we haven't eaten, and it's going to create more of the same. So that's the other problem with, or the other reason that you might be so tired, is because you're exercising so hard. And then lastly, another reason that you might be so tired is because you've lost your passion, your purpose. You have a lot of emotional baggage that you haven't addressed. You're super bored, or you're super stressed. Either of the spectrum, it's just weighing on you. And if you don't address those things, you're going to keep on feeling this lack of energy, this lack of purpose and passion, this momentum, unless you deal with those things. And so that is more like personal work, journal work. But food isn't going to fix that, no matter how many salads you eat or grilled chicken breasts or whatever, protein shakes. It's not going to fix that underlying, like, feeling that you have inside of yourself. So that's a biggie, okay? And that's something that I can't address here right now. That's more of a one-on-one coaching thing. But know and be aware that that might be also a root cause of your energy drain. So homework. I'm over 10 minutes, you guys. All right, homework for this week. 3 things. First of all, in the evening, please try and limit your light exposure. Turn things down, turn things off, try and limit that light exposure. And if you are craving food, please eat, because remember, we're eating when we're hungry, but really pause for a moment and choose something with protein and fat, because if you just eat something high in sugar, you're going to set your body up for that whole blood sugar roller coaster throughout the night. So eat something like a handful of nuts, eat something that has a little bit of fat, maybe some avocado or guacamole, something that is going to satiate you and keep you satisfied, but isn't going to spike your blood sugar, okay? So turn things down. Also, exercise. When you exercise, take a break for like this next week. Seriously, just go outside, get your bare feet on the earth, in the grass, feel that connection to the earth. Get in the sun for like 20 minutes. We need to have sun. I won't get into that now, but sun makes you happy, okay? So get out in the sun, get out with your bare feet on the grass, just move, just, skip. Seriously, jump up on a brick wall, chase your kids around, do things that are fun. Just take a break from all of that regimented, like the reps and the strength and the, and the mileage and all this stuff, and just move, circulate your arm, circle your arms back and forth, twist your back around, do some marching, whatever you want to do. You don't have to have like this big cardio rush or muscle fatigue, okay? Just enjoy being outside, enjoy the sun, enjoy your kids, enjoy the earth, and just reconnect with being a human, okay? And then number 3, in your journal, figure out some purpose and passion and vision for yourself, okay? Write down some things that really make you happy, that really excite you, that really amplify that that momentum within you. It doesn't matter if it's a reality or not, just write down some things that really give you a surge of excitement, right? And revisit that purpose and passion, and just getting it out onto paper it's amazing, will start you moving in that direction. All right, oh my gosh, I am such a talker. You guys are great for sticking with me. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you next week. In the meantime, focus on taking care of yourself this week, my friend. I'll talk to you next week. Bye.